Om Shri Sanam. This is the story of a young man from Kozhikode, Kerala, a man whose life was built on hope, hard work, and quiet resilience. Right from his birth, he had a rare heart condition called Dextrocardia, wherein his heart was positioned on the right side of his chest instead of on the left. As he grew through his childhood, he had no idea of this condition. And all he dreamt was to become a simple man, a man with means to provide for himself and lead a simple, honest life. But even this much was not an easy road for him. He figured out as he became a young man, because doctors diagnosed that apart from this rare heart condition that he already had, out of the 4 valves, 3 in his heart were malfunctioning. And to make matters worse, as if this was not enough, there were severe blockages in his coronary arteries. His life was already a life of simple struggles, but now it turned into a battle for survival. It was at this fragile moment of his life that he stepped into the portals of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences at Puttaparthi. He stepped in with faith and with desperation, both in equal measure, because he felt if at all there was any door that destiny had left open for him, probably it would be here.
When this patient came to us, we asked ourselves, are we right in taking up this challenging case at all? It is very easy for me to say, find treatment elsewhere and forget it. But for this poor patient, what is this elsewhere going to mean? Who is going to take up this? And what is the cost implication? Before coming here, he did a bit of scouting and he found that the cost will be around 10 lakhs, provided he doesn't have any additional issues such as coronary artery obstruction, because he did not know the whole story by then. When I've seen him for the first time, and I said, let us go ahead and do it. If not in Swami's hospital, where else will we do?
പറഞ്ഞതും അത്ര ഒരു സ്ട്രോങ് അതെ കേട്ടതും അത്രയും വലിയൊരു പൈസ ഉണ്ടാക്കുക എന്നുള്ളത് വലിയൊരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. പിന്നെ കുട്ടികൾ പഠിക്കല്ലേ.
Anyone who crosses 40 years, we always make sure that a coronary artery angiogram is also done to find out if there is an additional problem of coronary obstruction. And lo and behold, the residents come back to me and say, sir, now this patient has got dextrocardia, mitral valve regurgitation, tricuspid valve regurgitation, aortic valve is both calcified, narrowed and leaking as well. So that makes a big combination, because his heart is on the wrong side. It means that everything has to be performed in a very challenging manner. And what we have done during the operation is to stop his heart for a good 150 minutes. That is, for 2.5 hours, his heart was still. In this, we have done a coronary artery bypass surgery. We have replaced his mitral valve. We have replaced his aortic valve, and we have done his tricuspid valve repair. And in addition, he had left atrial clots which were removed. In other words, he was sitting on a time bomb. If any small part of the clot will get into his circulation, he will be dead or he will be paralyzed. So this was the combination, and we took up the case, and with Bhagawan's grace, everything went on well. Within 4 hours to 6 hours, he got extubated. And normally, when you have a long operation like this, they tend to bleed a lot. We cannot believe that he bled 40 ml in the first 12 hours and about 80 ml in 24 hours, which is very remarkable that he had minimal blood loss, though we stopped his heart for 2.5 hours.
അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഡോക്ടറടുത്ത് എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞു, പിന്നെ എന്താണ്, കവലപ്പെടാതമ്മ, കുറച്ച് വലിയ കേസാണ്, കുറച്ച് സമയം എടുക്കും എന്ന് മാത്രം പറഞ്ഞു. വേറെ ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞില്ല. വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക, അവിടെ ഇരിക്കുന്നു, ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചിട്ട് വന്നിരിക്കും, ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ച് വന്നിരിക്കുന്നു പറഞ്ഞു. പക്ഷെ ഭക്ഷണം പോകുന്നില്ല. എനിക്ക് ഓപ്പറേഷൻ എനിക്ക് അങ്ങനെ പേടിയൊന്നും തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ടായില്ല, ഒന്നും തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ടായില്ല. ഞാൻ ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നുള്ളൂ. പിന്നെ ഇവിടെ എല്ലാവരും നമ്മളെ കൂടെ അവിടെ ഇരുന്നു.
When we were taking up this operation, we never looked at whether such feat was attempted or accomplished by anyone else in the world. People have operated on Dextrocardia, which we also have done before. People have done double valve replacements, but triple valve procedure with a tricuspid valve repair, plus left atrial clot removal and a coronary artery bypass surgery. This is the first time in the world that we have taken up this case and success. I am so happy that at the end of this, we have a smiling husband of the family, where he is the breadwinner, and in a matter of 4 weeks, he can go back to his work more, and be able to look after his life. All he needs is to take some blood thinners for the valves, and after that, hopefully, he will not see the doctors again. This gentleman, part of it is given by fate, part of it is of his own making. Dextrocardia, that is being born with the heart on the wrong side, is something which destiny has in store for him. But this gentleman happens to smoke and take alcohol very frequently, and that has produced coronary artery obstruction. For that, he has to blame himself. So we have here a combination of something which existed 6 months before his birth to his 4th decade now, where he is now having a normal heart for the first time with all the problems sorted out, and he can have a new lease of life.
ഭയങ്കര സന്തോഷമായി ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ വന്നപ്പോൾ. നമ്മളൊരു ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ വന്നൊരു ഫീലിംഗ് അല്ല ഇവിടെ തോന്നിയത്. കാരണം ഒരു പ്രാർത്ഥന ആയതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ആ ബ്ലഡിൻ്റെ കാര്യത്തിൽ പെട്ടെന്ന് തന്നെ അത് സാധിക്കുകയും ചെയ്തു. ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ പഠിക്കുന്നൊരു കുട്ടിയെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. ഞാൻ വെറുതെ അവിടെ ഇരുന്നിങ്ങനെ അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ചെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു, ആരടുത്തെങ്കിലും കിട്ടുമോയെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു. പുള്ളി നേരിട്ട് പോയി കൊടുത്തു. ഈ ടെസ്റ്റുകൾ മാത്രമല്ലാതെ ഈ ഒരു ഞരമ്പിൻ്റെ ഒരു ടെസ്റ്റിന് മാത്രമേ ഞങ്ങൾ പുറത്ത് പോയിട്ടുള്ളൂ. അവിടെ നമുക്ക് പൈസ ഒന്നും വേണ്ടി വന്നില്ല. അത് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ ഒന്ന് പുറത്തേക്ക് പോകേണ്ടി വന്നത്.
When somebody has a coronary artery obstruction, it is a lifestyle disease. At some point, if somebody undergoes a stent or a coronary artery bypass surgery, that is not the end of it. Unless they continue to look after themselves, move into positive health, as in doing exercise, controlling their diet, giving up non-vegetarian food, giving up vices such as smoking and alcohol, this disease can always recur in the stents as well as in coronary arteries. So, when I told him about this, he was very repentant and was ready to transform, and that is something again which we see in our hospitals, because we handhold them for a much longer period. Socially, I feel very happy that this gentleman can now have a normal life. Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust believes in giving freedom to the doctors. Even when Bhagawan started this hospital, though there were general guidelines to be wise about choosing the patient and about choosing the complexity, no one has ever interfered in the way a clinician wants to do his job. If the doctor is convinced that this particular operation has to be done and it has got a reasonable successful outcome, trust has never asked how much money are you going to spend per patient, and that way we have a very healthy environment here where the doctor's dreams of serving the need and poor, which is the very tenet of Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Medical Sciences, is supported even after the physical absence of Bhagawan. In fact, it is increasing. We are now into the 100th year of the advent of the avatar. I have seen that last year we have added robotic cardiac surgery. It is absolutely taken care with social responsibility and commitment by a doctor who has been trained in this very institute. Bhagawan has said this hospital and the other one which he has established in Whitefield for the welfare of humanity, even today, 35 years later after its start, remains the only hospital where the entire treatment is given totally free of cost, high-end care, without any reference to caste, color, creed, nationality and religion. Swami said, when the hospital was inaugurated that it is not the intention to wipe the tears away from the entire mankind because it is not possible. These hospitals serve as role models. I am proud to be associated with this place, and that way Sri Sathya Institute of Higher Medical Sciences remains a role model in every aspect for the humanity for now and forever.
ఏ విధమైనటువంటి యొక్క ఇబ్బందులు లేకుండా వారిని సుఖంగా ఇంటికి చేర్చడమే మా యొక్క లక్ష్యము.
It is the aim to send you home safe and secure, healthy.
నేడు రేపు అని భావిస్తారు కొంతమంది.
Some may consider as the one of
కాదు
tomorrow. No.
సాయి వేసినటువంటి యొక్క సంస్థ శాశ్వతమైనటువంటిది.
Institution started by Sai will remain eternal, permanent.